That Ninja underscore Gaming 4020, also known as Daniel, which is also my name, by the way. I'm here playing Conan Exiles on the PS4, which is currently the free game of the month for any of you PS4 players who are unaware of that. If you would like to join, feel free to send me a message saying you would like to do so, and I will be sure to respond at my earliest convenience.
Daniel,
And without further ado, may the episode start. Oh my god. During the intro? Come on! Sorry about this, guys. Daniel is very accident prone, and turtles do not enjoy him.
This is true.
What was that? I couldn't hear you over the ridiculous amounts of noise coming from this game.
Yeah, let me turn down my...
Yeah, I'm just gonna, like,
volume.
turn that down to, like, 30 for each. Well, that's why I got SFX volume at, like, 100.
I hate how slow it takes to... Okay. Anyways. We should really get level 8 as soon as possible so we can get this stuff rolling.
I believe I'm somewhat past level 8. Let me just check real quick. I am level 11. What are you looking for?
If you could make some heavy swords, that would be great.
Heavy swords, I'm on it.
Or two-handed swords, I mean.
Yep, I got you. I need stone and twine.
I need twine, too. I need to make a bedroll.
But yeah, we will also have probably maybe one or two other friends joining.
So Daniel, I was just thinking about a way that I could join in on D&D. We could do a video call.
You know, we thought of that. Only problem is, if I had to, like, I have to use my phone a lot for, like, monster stats and whatnot.
So then we use, like, Cameron's phone to video call.
Or we use Cameron's phones for the stats.
You really think Cameron's gonna let you do that?
No.
Then have either Daniel or David or Cameron. Because we all are on a group chat and Messenger, so...
Oh man, I forgot underwater plants gave you fiber.
That's underwater plants?
Yeah.
I know about the rocks, but not the plants. Anyways, let me place that right there real quick. Which way do we want the entrance to be facing?
Preferably opposite of Turtle Island.
Preferably opposite of Turtle Island?
Yes, so facing towards mainland.
Do you want it facing towards this way or towards Sentinels?
Facing towards this way. The way that's not the Sentinels.
I like how I can just eat these.
Yeah, just like, hello little...
How much twine do I need? 3 more.
Alright, I'm making you your sword.
Orange what?
Your sword.
Fight. Orange fire post. What is that?
Oh, it's a plant.
Interesting.
There is your sword right here.
Do you happen to have one... What am I thinking of? Of the things? Twine?
Roger that, good buddy.
I just need one.
I had one.
So if you guys don't know, I shall be doing all the building, and he will be making all the armor.
Yep, and if you haven't seen my possibly Ark Survival Evolved videos, you might want to check those out, even though they're not very good. I am very big on the taming and animal keeping in this sort of video game, so I will be doing most of that.
I made us a pretty nice view if I do say so myself. If you catch my drift.
So, as you have probably seen from the episode's title, we are going to be establishing base, preferably making this island fortified and secure, because if you look over there, it's not going to be much of a threat at later levels, but as of right now, those turtles are our biggest threat.
What? How do I unlock frickin' torch?
Because somewhere that way is most likely a black kappa.
It won't let me get a torch.
I'll make you one.
No, I need to learn the engram.
Don't you start out with it?
I've improved torch, but not regular torch.
Alright, so my goal is to get 22 more levels, which will most likely not happen by the end of the episode, but a guy can dream.
Oh, okay. It's under, okay, I got it.
Now, these episodes will probably be either weekly, bi-weekly, tri-weekly. I have not established that yet. My recording mate here, who is not recording, even though I recommended him to do so that people could get things in case they wanted a base building perspective or something like that. His PS Plus will be running out soon, unfortunately, so I will probably have to switch to Fortnite for a small while until he gets it back, which is undesirable, but necessary.
It really isn't fun for either of us, but when it's the only game you have...
Indeed. Doesn't Trove not need PS Plus?
I don't think it requires PS Plus now. I do know one thing for sure. When we get Skyrim back, we can go into a party together, playing Skyrim. Like, we won't be able to play it together, but we'll be playing it at the same time, giving each other...
We can both start a
character
simultaneous playthrough.
Yeah.
And once I figure out how to, I will probably maybe upload some videos of Pokemon on my 3DS. Once I figure out how to do so, of course.
Once I figure out how to make stone, I shall make some more walls.
I apologize if you hear shivering in the background. I am recording this in my basement, and my basement is currently at subarctic temperatures.
Sorry for the buzzing noise, my mic is kind of trash.
Yeah, he does not have a good microphone, and it is expensive to get a good one.
Indeed.
For those of you on Daniel... Actually, no, never mind. I was about to say for those of you on Daniel's side, but, you know. There is no Daniel's side because Daniel isn't recording because he's a butt.
Yes, and Daniel does not supply Daniel with stone when Daniel needs stone, so Daniel must get stone for stone. Daniel.
Well, Daniel is currently kidnapping baby turtles and killing mommy turtles.
I'm so lost.
The stone dagger is the best item in the game, confirmed, because black kappas just fall prey to it because of the bleed. You just go in, slash, dodge away, and then they die. Now, most of my episodes will probably be an hour long or around that mark.
That is interesting because, as you know, my playstyle is tanky. But my character's looks always counteract that, because I always make the most feminine-looking girl.
Indeed.
I'm not saying women can't be tanky, I'm just saying when they're very thin and skinny.
And I am the exact opposite. I'm usually a glass cannon. And I always make the most intimidating looking men ever. Even though my characters are usually pacifists. I say right after I murdered a turtle.
That's what makes everybody different, is everyone has their own playstyles.
Indeed, and that's what beautiful is about video games. Even in real life, everyone has their own way of living. Everyone's got their way of looking. Like, I have a somewhat long hair, and everyone always complains about my long hair, but I find it comforting to have that curtain of hair that I cannot see through at some points. Even right now, that random punch was because I could not see and thought something was near me, but it turns out that it was a baby turtle.
Oh. Does that ever just happen to you?
Just start climbing the walls, why don't you? You know, 3x3 seemed like a good idea, but now it seems really small.
I said we should be 4x4, but it's whatever.
I think it's just because we're comparing it to the base we have on that official server, which is like, I'm pretty sure like 6x6.
It is. It's like 6x6, but here's the other thing. We have massive stuff in it, so that also looks very small.
Yeah.
Stuff in this game is pretty massive, but we do plan on making multiple records.
And also, we are going to be expanding outwards. This entire island will be our starting base of operations for our conquering of this land.
I need 2 more points, and I shall be good. Also, Daniel, if you would like to harvest my body.
Yes, bodies. Where is it?
I am slowly dying.
You want me to finish you off, good buddy?
Let me finish this wall real quick.
You got it.
Okay. And I'm starving, bleeding, and I am cooling down.
And now you are a corpse.
Wait for me to spawn before you hit my body. I don't want
Yerp.
to despawn.
Yeah, that would be less than desirable.
Sure would be. I don't actually remember if I placed down a bedroll or not, so we'll see here in a minute.
If a bedroll is an option for you to scroll to, then you did indeed place a bedroll.
Well, I did indeed. Just now.
Listen to me sounding like I'm know things about this game.
So I cleaned my room and readjusted it so my room looks nice and spick and speed. Or spick and clean. Whatnot.
See, if I were to clean my room, then no one would recognize it as the same room.
My room looks like twice the size now. Like, right in front of my TV.
See, I
And
cannot
I
play in my
sat down.
bedroom because my TV is about 4 times the size of my phone screen.
That that's not good.
Indeed, it is not.
Does it even have HDMI hookup?
Yes. It's just quite small.
But anyways, like I was saying, um, I sat on the floor in front of my TV, and I felt a sharp pain, so I looked at my foot, right? There was a toothpick hanging about halfway out of my leg, and I was like, oh, it's just a tip. You know, it's not in there that deep. I pulled it out, and half that toothpick was stuck in my leg.
Oh man, so this morning, I do not remember if I already told you this, but this is probably more for the viewers anyways, because I probably already told you. I dropped a glass, and there was a large amount of broken glass on the floor. And so it was pretty much treading a minefield walking through there. Because while you sweep up glass, you never sweep it up all, because a lot of it turns to powder, which remains as sharp as a sharp thing.
Yes,
And
I do remember.
a couple weeks ago, I did a similar thing where I broke a glass because I am a very clumsy human being. And I stepped in a piece of that glass, though I was not aware, until that evening when I took a shower, and then I looked at my foot, where it was still bleeding profusely. And I looked at it, and I examined the wound, and there was and lo and behold, there was a piece of broken glass. It's about halfway in my foot.
That is okay, because one day I was eating a banana, right? I threw the banana peel away into a trash bag that was on the floor, and I was like, oh, this is just a trash bag, you know, hasn't made its way out to the garbage yet, hasn't even been tied yet, so I'm gonna throw this away and take it out. Well, I walked past said trash bag to get a banana, and I felt a sharp pain. I looked at my foot, there was a broken pickle jar in said trash can, and it jabbed into my leg, and it started gushing blood. And I was sitting there walking through the house, and in the kitchen there was still, like, almost full bloody footprints from my leg.
And that is why I don't like pickles. I mean, that's not the exact reason, but that just furthers my dislike of pickles.
Holy crap, I need 20 twine.
I'm taking out these exiles over here.
I need 20 twine, so... Actually, I can get it myself. Oh, okay.
Whoa, what did I just get from this lady? An exceptional iron mace. Wow. That's actually really good.
Actually, it's exceptional.
Haha, I see what you did there.
So, what am I missing to build us? To finish building us? Of course, stone. Now, is there a tool that'll give us more stone?
A pickaxe, I do believe, is first stone.
Oh crap. Daniel.
What's your problem, good buddy?
Where are you?
I'm on the mainland.
Well, I'm in the base cowering because a red kappa just attacked me.
I'm heading over. Man, the base is really starting to take shape. I might have to make this a half-hour video instead of an hour video. We've almost completed the goal already. The Kappa appears to have disembarked from our beautiful, beautiful island. However, I have eyes on him, and I will be engaging with the target.
Let's go until 1 o'clock. Yeah.
1?
Yeah.
Well, I'm currently at 20 minutes.
Cause see, usually the what's it called? The pilot is longer than the others.
True, as is the finale. Now, for anyone wondering, this will probably be the only video posted on this channel. The remainder of the series will most likely be posted on my actual channel, as this is the one that was linked to my PlayStation by accident. Which is rough, but SOCKS.
SOCKS.
That is a Spanish phrase meaning, I believe, it is what it is. Or something along those lines. My phone is currently charging about 5 feet away, so I will check that in a second after I kill this defenseless rabbit.
So I did something that would give my bedroom more room, but also I kind of like I put my PlayStation vertical underneath my TV. And to make sure it doesn't fall, I put my 360 next to that and piled all my games next to my 360.
Ingenuitive, I like.
And then I made my bed so it's all spick and span and clean. And there's a little area because my curtain's a bit small for my window. So I took a blanket and put it down at the end of my bed to cover the window so the light doesn't shine in and wake me up in the morning.
Yeah, I had a headache earlier, so I laid down to take a nap. And my room was brighter than probably the first Crusade.
I apologize for earlier. We did not get home until around 6 o'clock.
That's quite okay, good buddy. 'Cause I had to get off at 4. And
No, I'm just saying, I thought I'd be home till 4.
D and K were the only ones that showed up, because W and N... W had a pug surgery, and N had a friend over.
W had a pug surgery?
Yeah, Tater Tot had surgery.
For what?
I believe it was on his leg.
Oh, poor Tater Tot.
Yeah. Okay, everyone in the comments, if you're watching this, please give a little hashtag poor Tater Tot. 1 like equals 1 prayer for Tater Tot.
Meme review. Hashtag wish we response.
One day, good buddy, one day.
PewDiePie sponsor us.
Shh, we'll invoke his wrath. We'll invoke his wrath, and he'll, like, take us off the air.
Make sure you sub to PewDiePie.
Or, better yet, sub to us instead.
Or, you can be an overachiever and do both.
Ooh, whoa. I don't think that's quite wise. That's quite ridiculous. Oh yeah, I forgot I had to look up that Spanish phrase. Let's, see.
As of right now, we still don't have a house, we have a chimney.
Indeed. But it is what it is.
Now, how does one make second floor?
I'm assuming it's just like Ark Survival Evolved, but it quite possibly might not be. In fact, it quite probably might not be. Because while they are similar in many aspects, this game is not Ark Survival Evolved. Okay, yeah. SOCKS means it is what it is. So I'm going to start using that more often.
So, I have a lot of stuff done right now. It's just, I need one thing. And right now, I'm currently wondering... Oh, I need to do one thing, okay.
And anyone that is a Pokemon Go player here, feel free to post your trainer code down in the comments.
And maybe we'll add you and send you some gifts.
Yeah. If I can remember to. And if anyone's wondering about my name, Lord Crocagator, that is a wonderful story behind it. For another video.
Remember the crocodile we fought yesterday?
The big one or the hundreds of little ones?
The giant one that one-shot us.
Yep, I remember, Mama Gator.
Actually,
She was a biggin'.
What day was that? That was Thursday.
Yeah, she was a...
I need 25 branch.
Sorry about that yawn. It is currently 11:58 for me. And also Daniel, I do believe.
My alarm clock says 12:03, but let's see what my PlayStation says. 11:20 or 11:59. So yeah.
Yep, because I do believe we're in the same time zone. Because you only live, what, 3 hours away from me?
Yeah.
And no, for those in the comments, we will not divulge where we live just yet. Because I have no desire to be murdered at the moment. But I'll hook you up in the near future.
What a waste of promise to be his girlfriend.
Alright, Red Kappa, I'm sorry about that. You were interfering in my way of making an omelet.
So, those of you who are wondering what I am doing right now, I am simply cutting down trees.
The life of a Conan Exiles player. Cutting down trees and avoiding death dogs. Oh my god, I'm so glad we don't live anywhere near those.
All of a sudden, one comes out of nowhere.
If it did, I would just, like, cry.
I would cry.
As in, I would fall onto my knees in real life and just, like, start bawling like a little salamander baby.
I might commit seppuku.
Indeed. That means belly splitter.
Indeed. It is used when one is deeply sorrow, or if you have dishonored your family.
Indeed. Japanese be all about honor, my dude.
Indeed.
I learned the engram for a small storage box, well, a wooden box, and I will be making one of those because Encumbrance is annoying.
Yeah, well, I need a buttload of freaking stone.
And I need the exact same amount of... Is that an actual unit of measurement, a buttload? In which case, how many would that be? Like 50, 60?
540.
I do think I vaguely remember hearing something about that is actually, like, so commonly used that it is widely accepted as a form of measurement. If, in the comments you wanna let us know about that, feel free to.
I also like how in this game, and not in Ark, but like it's unique to this survival game. Not a lot of survival games have this feature. The resources slowly and gradually over time replenish.
Ark does have that. However,
But only
it's...
the bushes, the rocks don't do that.
the rocks do respawn. However, this game, it is a lot more generous than Ark Survival Evolved's, regeneration, because there is usually a 12-hour grace period between structure or resource structures respawning.
Yes, but here's the other thing. This game gives you less resources than Ark Survival Evolved.
Indeed, it does.
So it counters.
Indeed. Oh my God, I've got a human leg in my arm, or in my inventory.
My god. Let's see. Why do I need so much stone? Even then, when I'm done getting this 540
So wait, what are you making? Walls?
forge.
Forge. Yeah, well, once I got our storage box made, then I will assist you in your vain quest.
So I made something that might make you happy. I should put some attribute points into encumbrance, but whatever.
What did you make that'll make me happy? Isn't it an animal pen?
No.
Okay, good.
It's a forge.
Good.
So then, someone can go out. After I smelt some iron, someone can go out. After I make a certain thingy, someone can go out and kidnap a person and we can get a slave.
A wheel of pain requires a large portion of iron.
Indeed.
As in a healthy amount. Well, perhaps not a healthy amount, per se. But a large portion.
I've never held 600 stone before. Oh my god, the crafting time is so slow.
Don't complain to me about that. I got this on base rates.
I came over here, and I just took a step and it said now entering line of the Gator Boys.
Yeah.
I'm like 5 miles away from the house.
Look, we are, crap. We like to assert our dominance over this land. And the land knows it.
I like how nothing happens when you are outside while swimming.
Yeah, it's great. Because, like, in real life, you get tired while you're swimming. You can still tread water. I mean, I might be wrong about that. I have never actually gotten tired while swimming.
So you don't swim.
No, I do quite often in the summertime. However, the reason I do not usually get tired is because I do not usually strain myself while swimming. I usually just relax and float. But when necessary, I can be a quite speedy swimmer. Even while floating, I can guarantee at least a somewhat swift getaway. Man, you were right. When they say large, they mean large. This is like the Arc Primitive Plus large campfire.
Pretty big.
I believe I've got some human meat in here that I need to smelt up. I do indeed. Yeah, just remember before we get too comfortable that we're not living here forever. We will eventually preferably be moving to the, probably not the jungle, but maybe highlands or something in that general vicinity.
What is it? Dormant ceilings?
I do believe so. Now, speaking of the jungle, a certain friend told us that for metal, that is the best place to go.
What are you doing? Oh, you didn't do anything. I was gonna say, what are you doing? I need 35 plus 35, 60. Plus 5, 70. So I need 70 stone.
I have 9.
And this is just to see which one I like better.
I apologize for all the yawning I'm doing. It is, as I said, very late. However, in probably, I don't know, let's see, what month is it, April? About 2 months, we will probably be entering a more feasible recording schedule. Hopefully, Daniel will have PS Plus in a year subscription by then. And if not, SOCKS. Everyone, I want you to remember this is the day that became my channel catchphrase.
Okay, well here's the thing. I need more stone. And I believe I'm encumbered. And there's a red cap over here.
See, I'm just glad that night does not have any major disadvantages besides darkness. Similar to Ark, of course. But an Ark. Unless you have your gamma so bright that it's blinding during the daytime, then, you cannot see a thing at nighttime. Yeah.
Ark is a good game. I've had it since it was in beta.
And I've had it nearly as long.
I remember my scorched potato series.
Ah, good times. I still remember, I'll still never forgive you for eating, who was it, Petrie's eggs?
I believe so. In the game before I ate them, I forgot to save, and they were twins.
Yeah, that was the sucky part.
One of them had really good colors.
Yes, one of them was gorgeous. Actually, they're both gorgeous because they're twins.
Yeah. Something like that.
Now, I will most likely call it at around the hour mark. Because, as much as I hate to admit it, I might have to sleep. Because my body needs sleep, unfortunately. I do not like to admit it, but it is true. Now, one day, perhaps when I get a job at perhaps Burger King or something along those lines, then I might put up a face cam. Actually, once the base is set up, I will be calling it. Because we've had good progress, and I don't want to ruin that. Usually, once we start making good progress, then it starts going downhill. And if it starts going downhill, I don't want to be exhausted for that. And obviously tomorrow Daniel will not be available for recording, and I also will not be available because I have family things.
Do you know how much height we have?
A lot.
It was 102.
So not a lot?
Oh, you're wrong.
You're right. In Ark, that wouldn't be a lot. Yeah, because actually now we got 104.
You just scared me.
Just like saw an Eevee looking at you out of the corner of your eye.
No, it has a little thing in it that if you push it, it makes, like, it says EV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my leg touched it just right, and I went, EV, and I was like, what the hell is that?
I have had similar things because I do believe I used to have I'm ashamed to admit, but I used to have a tickle me Elmo when I was younger. And, in the middle of the night, I would just reach over and, like, accidentally, like, bop it in the tummy. And then all of a sudden I'd hear, and then I would pee my pants a little bit. As any sane human would. When they suddenly hear maniacal giggling in the middle of the night. Especially when they're still in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles onesies. God, I was a nerdy kid, not kin. Sorry, I start to develop a speech impediment as I get more and more tired.
Daniel, I need a favor.
Indeed, roger that, good buddy.
Can you get me
Well, I tell you what, the red kappas, easy to kill, and a very good source of resources.
I need twine and branches. I am very uncomfortable right now. I don't know why.
See, I also have the issue of random encumbrance.
Yeah.
See, if you're playing Skyrim, I know it's because I pick up every pot and pan that I find. If you're playing Ark, I'd know it's because I'm a hoarder and don't drop anything ever. But in this, I just don't know.
It's stone.
That makes sense.
I need... I'll take said point and craft them to twine.
Well, seeing as the base is mostly set up, and we are rapidly approaching the hour mark, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'm sorry that we're at an hour or 12 minutes early, but most videos, I swear, will be an hour to hour and a half, if not longer, with mild variation. But anyway, pleasure talking to you guys, and goodbye.